So I see a lot of people, they want to hit it as hard as they can because they think that's what's going to make it go farther. But in reality, you actually want to swing around 85% of your normal swing speed to hit it farther and better. So when you hit it as fast as you can, as hard as you can, usually you hit the ball here, or here, or here, or even up here. I've seen it sometimes. It doesn't matter how far you're hitting it if you can't find it. So you want to really control your body. And so doing that, you need to really activate your core to swing slower and to control it. So if you're doing your normal, say you swing around maybe 90% most of the time. So if you're, say that's about 90%. I want you to first start off hitting about 50%. So really slow it down. Really feel your core activating. And then another thing too to think about while you're swinging slower for your drill is to hold your follow through. So you want to swing slow and make sure you hold it. I like to think that the shaft is along my ponytail, or for the guys, it's like your hat, like right along where it crosses. So you just swing slow and hold your follow through. And I think a lot of people don't actually hold their follow through because they're not activating their core. You know, they're here and they're just kind of like leaning over this way or falling that way, and it's because they're not strong in their core. So when you finish, you want to feel like you're tightening almost, and you feel strong in that position. So if you do one, say that was probably like 65%, so let's go up to 75%. So just go a little bit faster each time. So it's be a little bit faster than the last one. Really how you're gonna get longer drives. So this is be 85%, this could be your full outswing. I think if you really focus on swinging a little bit slower, making sure you hit it in the center of the club face, really focus on activating your core and feeling it throughout your swing and then holding that follow through, you'll be hitting more fairways and they'll be longer than ever. Hi, I am Paige Spiranac, and we're going to talk about how you can use your legs to hit longer drives. So, all the time, you always think about like the upper body or the core, but you never realize how important the legs are in the swing. You want to use the ground to help you. So something I think of is I almost feel like I'm pushing my feet into the ground as hard as I can, and I try to use the ground against it. So if I'm coming through it, I'm pushing down so I have room to come up and through it as hard as I can. I'm using the ground to help me. So I'll show you a couple drills that you can do to help with your leg movement and so you can be hitting longer drives. So I'll just come here and feel it, and I'll just feel that a couple times, and then I'll hit it. So for a practice swing, it'll look like this. It's just to rehearse the feeling of using your legs. A lot of people just aren't used to using their legs, and it really helps you hit longer drives. I'll show you. So in the practice swing, you could see that I was trying to get that separation. I was really feeling my feet push into the ground as hard as they can. So I did that a couple times, and I really got that feeling. Then when I was ready to go, I set up and I tried to feel that. And I did, and I just push down, you really don't have to think of much else, because if you're already in this position and you have that separation and you're using the ground to help you, you just feel the power, and it's great. So 1, 2, 3, go. So 1, 2, 3, go. I guarantee if you do that and you work on that, you finally use your legs to help you in your swing, you'll be hitting longer drives. Hi, I'm Paige Spiranac, and today we're going to talk about how balance will help your driver swing. You'd think it'd be so simple just to, finish and hold it, but there's so many people falling off, forward or to the side or back or this way, and when they're falling, they're not hitting impact correctly, and they're not completing their swing. So a great drill to do to make sure that you have good balance and just to kind of work on it is to do a one-leg swing. So what you want to do is set up, you want to have the foot right at the ball. If you have it too far this way, you're going to end up putting too much weight on your right foot. So you want to make sure that your left foot is directly in line with the golf ball. And you want to put your right foot just a little outside, so it's barely touching. So do some practice swings right before, just check to make sure your weight is on your left leg. Swing, and you don't want to do a huge swing because then again you'll have to go back. This is just about balance. It's not really trying to do perfect technique each way. It's really just to work on your balance and swing. So you want to check, swing, and just do a couple practice swings just to kind of get the feeling first. This is great too because it makes sure that your whole body is coming through it as well. And so I feel pretty good with my practice swings. So I'll hit one just to see how it goes. And also just remember, this is not going to go very far because you are on one leg and you're not swinging at 100%. You're probably going to be swinging around 50% because you don't want to fall over. So it's a very easy swing, work on that balance. So that is a great drill that you can do, and you know that you have great balance because you are holding your follow through, you hit a great drive, and you're good to go. Hi, I'm Paige Spiranac, and I'm going to give you just a quick, easy couple tips to help impact position. So I know people struggle sometimes with impact position, and there's a lot of big fixes, but sometimes you just want a couple little things here and there to kind of help you and make it just a little bit easier. So a couple things that I really like is to grip down on the club just a little bit to give you a little bit more control. I know a lot of people hold it kind of at the end, and once you're there, it feels very loose in your hands, and you kind of flip over, and so the club face will be shut or it could be open. But if you choke down on the club just a little bit, you feel like you have a little bit more control because it makes the club just a little bit shorter. So if you think about a 9-iron is easier to hit than a 7-iron because it's shorter. So you want to use that same concept with the driver to get better impact. Another thing too is really focus on your ball position. So I see a ton of people, you know, they want to put it forward and they want to tee it up higher because yes, it makes it go a little bit farther, but again, it's inconsistent and impact is not always right where you want it. So don't have it off your front foot, have it just inside your heel. So it'll be right about there. So if you have it here, it makes it a little bit easier to hit impact at the right position compared to before when you're so far off your front foot. It makes you want to kind of come more behind it and swing up on it and shut the face. So it could, you know, create some more hooks, and if you're trying to save it, also some slices. So if you have ball position correct, then you're good to go. Another tip is your grip. You want to make sure that the V's in your hands line up. So it's pretty simple, and you also feel like the thumb is in your hand. So make sure the V is lined up. That one's good. My ball position is good. I'm choked down on it just a little bit. So I have my stance and my ball position, and my grip is good, and I'm choked down. So I should be able to hit impact just a little bit better. That's good impact. So you have to make sure that all of your basics are perfect. I believe that these three things will help you hit better impact and hit longer drives, more fairways, and more greens. Hi, I'm Paige Spiranac, and we are going to talk about the most important part of the swing, and that is the finish. So everyone always worries about the takeaway and the impact and what you're doing here and there, but honestly, most important part is the finish, because you can always save a bad shot with a good finish. I feel like so many people, they get up here and they feel it a little bit off coming down, and then they just like let go of the club or throw it over there or do whatever. A great drill to do is the step through drill. So the step through drill is a normal swing, but then you just step through it. That makes sure that your whole body and everything is up on your left leg and through the ball. You don't ever want to finish it and then be back here. You're putting a lot of pressure on your back, and the shot's probably gonna go left or right. Nothing good ever happens. So the step through drill is really great to make sure you get up and through it. So I'll do a couple practice swings, and again, always do practice swings first to kind of get used to the drill and have your body just get used to it. And so as you can see, I'm turning, I'm coming up, I'm coming through it, I'm finishing nicely. So let's try one. So that was great, because I really felt like I got everything through the ball, and I didn't feel like I was staying back on it at all. You have to try this drill, I think it's great. So really focus on my hips and my shoulders. You could really see the power and the force I had driving through it. It was able for me to go straight, hit it solid, and it went farther. So the step through drill is great if you want to hit it better, and it's great for getting your follow through up and through it. my name is Paige Spiranac, and today I'm going to show you how to improve your long iron play. So one thing that I really like to do when I have a long iron in my hand for practice is to hit shorter shots and just build up. So I will start with almost like even just a chip shot, just to kind of find impact and to make sure that I'm hitting the ball and not too much ground. And it's a perfect way to warm up too with your long irons. So I'll show you. When I'm doing that, I try to have my body rotate and keep my hands in front. And so this is a great drill to find impact. And so you move a little bit bigger on each swing. So this time I'll go just a little bit higher with my backswing. Again, it's the same movement, trying to keep everything together, but you're finding impact, which is the most important part. So you want to focus on keeping your tempo smooth, and you want to focus on just the ball and hitting in, like I said, finding impact, which is the most important thing. Again, just building up a little bit bigger each time until you start to feel really comfortable with your long iron and how you're hitting it. If you're not hitting it the way you want to with the smaller shots, then don't move on to getting it bigger. Keep it with the small swings until you find the correct impact position. So again, you want to keep kind of the same rhythm and tempo, but just a fuller swing. So to conclude, you want to start small, start with a basic chip shot and keep moving it bigger until you feel really confident to be able to hit a full, smooth swing. And hopefully that should help your long iron play. Hi, my name is Paige Spiranac, and we are going to talk about the backswing. So I'm going to show you some of the things that I work on that really help me, and I'm sure they will help you too. So when you set up, I tend to bring it a little bit inside, my hands go out. So a drill that I always do is the stop drill. So I stop in the first position, which is right down the line, and then I stop there, check it, make sure it's good. Then I go all the way up to my backswing. Check it, make sure it's good. And then I usually do that a couple times before I will actually hit the golf ball. So what you're checking for is you want to make sure that when you're in the first position that your club is not outside or inside. You want to make sure that it's kind of right along your hands. You don't actually want to see your hands. So that's how you know that you're doing it correctly. So one thing that you can do, and I always do this, is I go home and I get in front of a mirror. And if the mirror is alongside right there, I will just check my positions and make sure I cannot see my hands. If I cannot see my hands, then I know I'm doing it right. So you do that, you check it. So there's kind of your shoulders are turning, and then you get in that position. So now I'm ready to go to the top position. So the top position, basically all you want to do kind of is turn your shoulders and have your arms go up. The most important thing is hitting that position, then just turning and raising your hands. You want to feel those positions, and like I said, it's not really about how you're hitting it, it's just getting comfortable and actually getting it in the right spot. So I showed you my favorite drill that you can do at home to get better on the golf course, and I know that it will definitely help your swing and your backswing. Hi, I'm Paige Spiranac, and we are going to talk about the slice. So everyone hates the slice. Well, amateurs really hate the slice. They always ask me, how do I fix the slice? Like, it's going this way. I can't, have it stop going that way. Well, here's the thing. Everyone believes the ball is going to the right. What do? You swing left. That's the biggest problem you can do. The more you go left, the more it's going to go right. So let's talk a little bit about swing path and club face. So if the swing path is going straight and the club is straight, where is it going to go? It's going to go straight. So if the swing path is going left and the club is open, it's going to slice. So what you need to do is you need to swing to the right and almost feel like your club face is shut. That's how you'll have that nice draw, more power, and you'll hit it farther, and you'll have this nice draw, and you'll get rid of the deadly slice that everyone hates. Feel like you're gonna set up a little bit farther right. Close your stance a little bit because this will help you kind of move your path more from the inside, and that's exactly what you want. You want to swing a little bit more from the inside. Come up and almost feel like you're coming down and around and swinging out almost to the right and then turning your hands over. So up, down, you're moving forward, swinging to the right, and then you're turning your hands over. So don't be worried about how you're hitting it, really how it feels. Just know that you're working on the right thing, and eventually it will come and it will be better. So this will be kind of the draw hook swing to exaggerate it. So that had a lot of movement from right to left, which is great. That's what you want. You want to get used to it, but you want to see it start off to the right and then move left. You don't want to have it start left and then move left, because then you still know that you're coming over it. But if you see it starting right, turning left, then you know you're rid of the slice. You'll be hitting more fairways eventually.